Here we are. And hey! Good evening,
There's
everybody.
Nate.
Huh?
I said, "There's Nate."
Yes, there's Nate, the guy by the computer. Okay,
He's the potentate of podcast.
Nate the potentate. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, I know it has been a very, 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 very long time since we have done one of these, but I guess you could call this kind of a return.
More than a minute minute.
A minute minute?
More than a minute minute.
A minute minute? Okay.
More than. It's been a long time.
Yes, it has. Almost. Gosh, it's been over a year. I mean, our last podcast was like right after RobCon, and it's been about a month.
Was it?
Yeah. We did one right after RobCon.
Last year?
Yeah.
And we haven't done one since?
Yeah.
Why have we not done one since?
I have no idea. That blows my mind. It really does.
I think I have an idea. But it's okay.
What's up? What's the idea?
We've not been really together, all of us.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
In one room.
we're kind of sad like that. Okay, but anyway, I guess this is the triumphant return of the podcast. I guess we're still going to call it the Great Chaos Podcast, or do you feel like a name change? Or
we'll have to worry about that later and see what goes on. I mean, we
Well,
don't know what's going to go on with that.
how about, well, I'm not going to call it the Renegade Weekly Podcast because I don't know if we're going to do this weekly or not.
Who can tell what mine and your schedule is going to be like, both working in call centers?
Yeah, it's true. Let's see.
Mine's changed 3 times in 4 months.
All right, well, we'll worry about namesake later. But for right now, hey, it's a triumphant return to us podcasting. This is Nate, and sitting beside me, we have
Shawn,
the Duke of Earl. And like I said, it has been a long time. And this is also our first true video podcast that we're doing stationary. You know, we did one on the road.
We did.
Down to Smatlanta to see good old Kevin Smith and the debut of the Jay and Silent Bob Super Groovy cartoon movie.
which is on Netflix now.
It is?
Not a sad plug, but yes, it's streaming now.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
No physical release date yet?
No, I've not went back and watched it, though.
I'm sad. Because I actually want to own a copy of it and hang it next to my poster. And just be like, I went there, man. I saw it. I was in the shit.
We were opening show.
Yes, we were. 420, baby. Just plays. Got a fantasy football notification. I'll save that for later. On my new LG G3. Non-paid sponsorship. Okay.
You are not plugging anything.
No, I know.
You might as well
I'll
go ahead
probably
and
just
say
censor
the-
that out. Just put it like a giant black bar over it. I'm actually making it harder by holding this. I'm just going to put it behind me. I'm making the editing job more difficult.
What was that? It was episode 107, if you want to go back and hear
the
debut of that.
Yeah, episode 107. If you want to hear my questioning to Kevin Smith, if anything, I might go on there, record part of that podcast, and put it up in a link down below, and tell you what minutes it is and everything. But oh man, we have so much to talk about, man. So much that we haven't discussed in a long time. By the way, have you seen Guardians of the Galaxy yet?
I've not. Jesse about killed me over this the other day because he's been 3 times.
You haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy yet?
I haven't been to the movies since we were going when you worked at the theater.
Dang, man. Oh, my God.
I guess since I started working where I work.
Oh, man. Gosh, that's agony. I was actually mad at myself. I was going to go watch it again today with my mom because my mom's never seen it. And she thinks it's going to be stupid. My mom, she thought it was going to be stupid.
No, it's from what I understand, it's one of the best movies that's been released in the summer.
I know. It's the movie of the summer, and it came out at the ass end of the summer. Mm-hmm. To me, that's just mind-blowing. But anyway, Guardians of the Galaxy, man, I'm blown away by how good it is, and also by how popular the soundtrack is in the modern day.
That's another thing that Jesse said. He said that he downloaded that actual soundtrack.
Yeah.
As soon as he walked out of the theater from seeing
dude,
it.
the soundtrack is amazing. It's got so much on it. It's got, gosh, man, the laundry list goes on of just the great music that's on that soundtrack. But I predict that movie will be the highest grossing film of the year. No, actually, I take that back. I forgot. Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 comes out later this year. that will be the highest grossing. But the highest grossing comic book movie of the year will definitely be Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, it's already passed up Captain America.
Yeah, I was going to say we're only getting it in Cap this year. So
Yeah, and Captain America in its own right was a really good movie too.
oh yeah, Winter Soldier was amazing.
I love Winter Soldier. I thought that's the best. That's actually other than since the Avengers, that's probably my favorite one.
I would probably put Avengers 1 for me, because I haven't seen Guardians yet.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier definitely 2, a strong second.
Yeah.
And then probably the first Iron Man as the third one, because the first Iron Man was just nuts when it came out.
The first Iron Man, no way. I mean, for me, that's most people's introduction to the Marvel Universe, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
And then rounding out my top 5 are going to be the two latest X-Men portrayals. Days of Future Past, First Class.
Future Past is my favorite X-Men movie.
That's amazing.
It's my favorite X-Men movie. It's my favorite. I like it more than X-Men 2. I like it more than the first one. I like it more than First Class.
First Class was great.
First Class was great too. I liked it as well.
They're saying McAvoy's going bald in the next one. Like he's actually going to lose the hair. He's going to shave his hair.
Ooh. It's going to be weird because I'm so used to seeing James McAvoy with hair. But without hair, I'm wondering what the heck they're going to do. Dude, remember how long we sat out in the parking lot just talking about the possibilities of the next movie in the parking lot?
Yeah.
Me, you, and Micah and Brent and BP were out there for like an hour straight, just talking about what could happen next and what and did you hear about Bryan Singer? He's actually coming back now as the director. It's stronger now than ever that he's going to come back because the guy who had the abuse scandal against him has dropped the suit.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the guy who had the abuse scandal on him has now officially dropped the suit, and now Bryan Singer is more likely than not going to be the director of the next film. And I'm excited because you saw how good Days of Future Past was. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a return to form for the whole series. I mean, especially for the older movies. The original trilogy.
I just think it was so well written.
Oh,
and then the effects where they're jumping from time to time, and the very front of it, with the beginning is just it sucked me in so much.
I like Blink's power. The girl who could open up the temporal time and space portals and pull people through and in the same time. I love that. That power right there is amazing, and the way they did the special effects, the characters, the acting. Hugh jacked, man. I mean, you jacked, man. Hugh Jackman. You jacked, man.
Yeah.
Gosh, I hope that doesn't become a thing now on the internet now that I've said it. You jacked, man. But anyway, for me, Simon Kinberg, the guy who wrote the film, he's coming back as the writer again in the next one. And if he was able to tell such a complex story, with the future and the past, and combining everything and telling it in a coherently good story, and keep the interest in everything, and also maintain all these characters. I hope there's more. I hope there's more Quicksilver in the next one.
Oh God, he was so great.
Gosh, Quicksilver
stole the show.
I know. Evan Peters, man, that guy is awesome. He's in American Horror Story. He's been in every season, and I hope that his star continues to rise, man, because the guy's funny. The guy's also a really good dramatic actor too, because in American Horror Story he's really good. But
didn't make it into Coven. I haven't went through the last season before Freak Show.
Oh, you haven't gone through the third one? Mm-mm. What did you make of Asylum?
Asylum was really good. I actually was fine with Asylum. I really liked it really well.
What did you? What about the first one, Horror House?
See, I really watched more of the second one than I did the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I watched probably the first episode in Horror House and just didn't catch. But then in Asylum I did for some reason.
Oh, Asylum caught me too. I went back and I watched Horror House after I watched Asylum, and I liked it better. I liked it better after seeing Asylum. And then, and the third, I haven't seen the third season yet either. I'm dying to watch it too.
I thought I was gonna like it because I love Kathy Bates.
Oh,
she's
Kathy
in it
Bates.
for a while.
Yeah, and she's in Freak Show too.
Is she? Okay.
Yeah, and so's Michael Chiklis. They got Michael Chiklis to be in it too. I cannot wait to see that either.
And I don't know if it was where they were trying to play like the time, like if they were trying to actually be in, what is it? Where's it set? 1960s or late 1960s, early 70s,
in New England, I believe. Either New England or Northwest.
I could have swore it was older. Well, I mean, for Kevin, they go back further than that, though, still. Because Kathy Bates' character is a witch who'd been buried. Yeah. Sorry, I ruined that for you.
Okay. It's okay. Well, see, here's one thing I don't like about looking at forums discussing your favorite shows. People have already spoiled season 3 for me. I know what happens to Evan Peters in season 3. I know what happens to Emma Roberts in season 3. And I'm just like, thanks, guys. Thank you. And trust me, Shawn, you didn't ruin anything. I'm still excited to see it because, I want to see it. Being told about it and actually seeing it are two different things. And though it's been spoiled for me to a certain fashion, I still love to see how it's pulled off in terms of how it's filmed and everything.
That
I love
episode for Evan Peters is actually called Boy Parts.
Oh.
That's pretty amazing.
Okay, we're going to stop so we don't ruin it for anyone else who hasn't seen it. But American Horror Story, great show. It keeps getting better with seasons. And anthology series are now making a big comeback. That's just like True Detective. Did you see True Detective?
No.
Dude, True Detective, that's my favorite HBO series now ever. I like it better than The Sopranos. I like it better than almost anything else that's been put on HBO. It's pretty much an 8-hour movie with Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey in the leads, and the way the story unfolds and the way it ends. Oh my gosh!
Sounds like something I'd like, though.
Oh, dude, it's awesome.
I generally like everything.
Yeah, I got a copy of it upstairs, dude. I got the DVDs upstairs. I'll loan them to you.
Okay.
That way you can see it and get a taste of it for yourself. But if you have an HBO Go account,
mm-hmm.
then you can watch it on there too. As a matter of fact, HBO Go, the service HBO Go crashed when they debuted the last episode. It gained so much popularity over time, and then by the time they got to the last episode, boom, it crashed. That's just like when the Game of Thrones premiere happened.
Yeah.
The Game of Thrones premiere happened, and it crashed as well.
Which I've not watched anything of.
Game of Thrones.
I know that winter is coming.
Winter came, and it's still going on. I'll say that. And the wall is still standing tall.
And I know you know nothing, Jon Snow. Or whatever.
Jon Snow. You know nothing, Jon Snow. Well, you said it in quite a more masculine voice. It was actually Ygritte. You know nothing, Jon Snow. Of course, I got to go a little more feral with it instead of sounding all posh and stuff. But anyway, the Game of Thrones. I'm excited to see where it's going to go because even the people who read the books now don't know where it's going.
Because he's not done.
I know, and George R.R. Martin, he is approving of everything that they're doing. Mm-hmm. That's one thing that I like about what they're doing on HBO. They're not following George R.R. Martin's books to a T, but yet they're going their own path. And I think it'll still wind up the same way as it will in the books, potentially, or it may go its own route and finish up a completely different way. I mean, that's what's interesting about it. And the way the show's written on HBO, you're going to pay attention to it because it's interesting, and all that. And I just, oh my gosh,
that's the other thing I hear about it though. Everybody says that once you start liking a character, they're gone.
Oh man, no. There's one character. There's one character I've always liked. Is it Brienne? Brienne of Tarth?
Yeah,
I like her pretty good.
See, I don't know. I've not watched it, but I know somebody that is watching it.
Well, there's one character whom at first I wanted to die so badly, and now I'm actually getting close to seeing him redeemed, and I'm okay with it.
Is it AC Slater? I'm kidding.
Oh man, Saved by the Bell reference for the win. Okay, but the one character, it's actually, gosh, I know the internet's gonna trash me for saying this, but
that's why this is an open media. It's an open market.
I know.
Give it hell.
Jamie Lannister. I'm actually excited for his character now. I can't believe at first I wanted him to die so badly in the first season. I wanted him gone. I wanted him dead and all that. And now, I don't know.
You just traded a linebacker.
Actually, we just do full defenses. Yeah, I'm in 3 fantasy football leagues. I was talking to them. $80. $80 in on all 3 of them. 40 on one league, 20 on the other 2.
Yeah, I did not do anything like that. I do know people that rented out like party rooms of restaurants and had drafts.
Yeah, we had a draft at my sister's house.
Wore suits for the draft. Yeah.
Well, we didn't wear suits, but we had like these huge tables that we sat at, and we had for the first 2 rounds we had someone walk up, and I actually have a speaker back here, a Harman Kardon speaker that I actually play like ESPN's theme music to, and when it came to the draft, I did the draft like Roger Goodell walking up to the podium, the draft music and everything. And when Travis got to the podium, I hit pause, and he goes, "For the first pick of the 2014 TDFL draft, the Coal Mountain Extreme, choose Jamal Charles, running back, Kansas City." And we did that for the first 2 rounds. And after that, it just devolved into madness because people were yelling at each other. "Don't you dare take Monty Ball! I will freaking kill you if you do!" And just people going crazy. It's just like, Jimmy Graham, you need to take him in the first round. If you're lucky, he'll still be there. But if you don't get him in the first round, you won't get him at all. And I'm just like, oh God, what did I get myself into?
Yeah,
it was a madhouse.
I don't know enough of the players or the.
I know stats, and I can read players pretty good. I could feel whenever someone's going to have a good year or a bad year. It's just like Jordy Nelson. I knew Jordy Nelson, Green Bay wide receiver.
No.
The pretty much the baddest white boy wide receiver out there. He's a heck of a wide receiver. Guy averages around 1,300 yards a season. 12, 13 touchdowns a season, and he's pretty much Aaron Rodgers' go-to guy now. And the thing about it is, I knew he was going to have a bad year when Greg Jennings went down because he was too used to depending on Greg Jennings to help get him open.
On the block.
Huh?
On the block.
Yeah. And, well, he had a bad year. He got hurt a few games, and he finished with under 800 yards. And I was just like, yeah, okay. See? Called it. And you see, I can see how some people in games play and everything, and I'm just like, okay, that's okay. That they're gonna have a bad year, or he's gonna have it, and that's just like Andre Johnson, Mr. Reliable, and for the Houston Texans, that one year where he tore his hamstring, and in the beginning of the season, I was just like, I keep feeling like this guy's gonna have a bad season. Next thing you know, he tears his hamstring. I'm like, well, damn it.
You probably still do better than Ray Rice.
Oh, going there. Oh, my gosh. Ray Rice.
I did hear about that.
Oh, my. Who hasn't, dude?
Everybody has.
Everybody. As soon as TMZ made that video public, it exploded.
They're actually calling the video his longest carry of the year. That's horrible. Horrible.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
And you know, I feel so sad for his wife, though, because she's going on TV, and she's actually defending him now, though. She's saying that it's something that happens in relationships, and she's treating it like it's nomenclature, like it's just natural, and that's terrible.
Here's the thing. I've hit a woman once in my life, and it was my sister, and I was 5 and she was 8.
Well, okay.
I have not hit a woman since, and I never will. I will take a bullet to the head before I strike a woman out of anger.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. People have an opinion to this and everything. You know, about defense and everything. And you know, feminists are calling for Ray Rice's head and all this. And here's the thing. I am an equalist. Okay, I'm not a feminist and I'm not a chauvinist. I am an equalist. I believe people deserve equal treatment, whether you're male or female. You deserve to be treated equally. You deserve to be paid the exact same. You deserve, if you go through the same crap, you deserve to be paid. You deserve to be paid the same. And if you are the abused end in the relationship, whether male or female, it can happen from the female side too.
Oh yeah,
females can take advantage of males and pretty much train wreck them. I've seen it happen. I've witnessed it happen with a few of my friends, and it's nasty to watch. And here's the thing: you must remain poised in moments like that to prove that you are not the same level of scum that person is.
Yeah.
And albeit the girl was smacking him, talking crap to him from what I hear, she was talking crap to him and she smacked him a few times, and then he punched her.
Doesn't give him the right.
No, it doesn't. Here's the thing. What you do is you calmly, if anything, try your best to just avoid.
Take yourself out of the situation.
Yeah, take yourself out of the situation and try not to do anything. I mean, I know you were in an elevator and everything, but hey, you can circle. I've seen people in boxing, like Roy Jones Jr. He had his hands behind his back and circled for like 2 rounds. Then he came out, pow, pow, knocked the guy out in 2 punches. But I'm not saying do that to your wife. I'm saying circle, 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 ding, out the elevator. That's it. That's all you have to do. But yeah, well, it's a touchy situation. And Ronda Rousey actually started talking about it, and what she said actually made a lot of sense. For the women out there, you have judge. Don't take what this is as as something that usually happens. I know it happens every day. Well, for me, I know it happens every day, and don't take this as something that happens all the time. All men are pigs who beat the crap out of their women and all this. But what she said made sense. She said, ladies, take pride in yourselves by not putting yourself in that situation. By in all honesty, like the woman married the guy.
Right.
The woman married him. Rhonda was shocked by that. She was more shocked after she saw the video. She's like, they weren't married at this time. Now they are married. And she was shocked by that. And I was just like, well, and what she said made a lot of sense about women taking pride in themselves and not subjecting themselves to this or anything like that. Is it because Ray Rice has money that the woman's married to him now?
It makes you wonder what they're doing so right that other people are doing so wrong. I mean, somewhere right now there's an alcoholic male who's beating his wife, probably.
Yeah.
Every 20 seconds in America it's happening, I'm sure.
Abuse.
But you get guys like me and you.
Mm-hmm.
We're not really essentially dating anyone.
No, we're
probably some of the better people that you can meet who wouldn't hit a woman.
Oh yeah.
And we can't get a phone number to save our lives.
Yeah. I've tried.
You know what I'm saying, though. And that's what I've said recently. I've said, what am I doing so wrong in my American dream that everybody else is doing so right? What is this piece of crap doing to get a girl that I'm not?
Well, my judgment is this. It's women like a man who is confident. They love confidence. I've seen that. I mean, honestly, every woman loves the bull in the room because he's got swagger.
Yeah.
Every woman loves a bull because he has swagger. It's just the biggest man in the room is the most. You see, I've met some guys who are like jacked up and all this and all that, but then you actually talk to them and they're actually really nice guys.
Right.
And even then, those guys don't get as much attention as the jerks because they're nice. And it's confidence mostly. Women are attracted to confidence. There's some scientific reasoning behind it. It's a pheromone that's released when a man is confident that women are naturally attracted to. It's like a certain type of it's an endorphin that causes women to be attracted, and it increases libido and all this. And it's something so silly that's in the human condition. The human condition is too complex to truly pin anything down. I mean, honestly, you can pin down certain things. Like you can pin, why do I need to eat? Okay, I need to live. So, why do I need to drink? Oh, because I don't want to die of dehydration.
Right.
But whenever it comes to stuff like that, it really depends on the woman and their experiences and if they're kind of immune to the jerk. Because I've seen some girls who always fall for the jerk no matter what. The guy, there's this one girl I met. I'm not going to name names, but she was in a relationship with a guy for 3 months. And she said that she fell head over heels for him. She still loves him and all this. And I was like, what made you fall in love with him? And she could not tell me a single thing about him or his personal life. She just liked the fact that he was strong. That he was
terrible.
Yeah, I know. He had a strong mentality. And she did the exact same thing with the next 3 guys that she was with. She dated them because they were confident. They were confident, cocky, and didn't, and in all honesty, had no interest in a relationship. But yet the girl, people easily fall in love. I'm not going to say women are the only ones who like fall in love.
No.
Men fall in love. I mean, honestly, I've fallen for a girl one time that almost killed me because in truth I thought it was something more, but in truth it was just her being kind of a C word. Anyway, not going to comment on that. No further comment on
Chunky
that.
monkey.
I know. Oh. Oh,
ladies and gentlemen, she's an ice cream flavor.
Okay, but here we go. Okay, well, anyway, love is a funny thing. And for those of you out there who are watching this, I do believe in love. I know that there are people out there. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
it's a mini splendored thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at you through that. Anyway, I do believe in love. I do believe that love does exist, and sometimes it's easier for some people, and for other people, it's a difficult thing. It's a love in progress. That's why they call it making love, because you make love. I hate to quote American Pie 3, but you have to make love work. You have to in certain cases.
Right.
Because there is something deeper that you feel with some people. And you love this person, and you want to spend the rest of your life with this person, and you don't really know what draws you to this person. Here's the thing: there's love and lust. If you're attracted to somebody because they got, if they're ripped and they look good and all this, that's lust. That's lust, hands down. If you're a guy and you're attracted to a girl because of her cleavage or the curvature of her butt, that's lust. But when you actually take the time to learn stuff about people, and you actually learn what this person likes. Some people tell themselves that that's not love, that that's camaraderie, but in some cases, it is love.
No, to me, that's knowing the inner workings of the person you're with. I mean, I like things like that. I like people who know, like, what songs I think of, or what, what movie I turn to, things of that nature. I like people who know what my favorite color is, who can maybe pick out something I like at a restaurant if I'm in a bad mood or something.
Yeah,
I like that. That just shows that you know the person you're with.
Yeah,
and that's fine. I mean, that to me is an identification of love, or at least an arm of it.
Yeah,
but who knows? Why are we turning into Dr. Phil?
I don't know. I do not know.
I don't know.
I don't know. That is a lovely little mouse there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of this podcast, we do at the end of every podcast, we are going to do a little segment. Sometimes we do. Well, I guess Love Hurts. It used to be our old one, where we read off the best pickup lines we could find. But we've come up with something with our leap forward in technology, since we're doing video now. We are going to do willyoupressthebutton.com. Willyoupressthebutton.com, it is a website you can go to. Just type in willyoupressthebutton.com, literally, as you can see up here at the top. And you go here, and it will give you something good, and then a consequence that you must pay for having this happen. Now, you either choose, will you press the button and have this happen, or you will say, I will not. Now, this will not actually happen in real life. Or it might, depending on the circumstances. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to do a few of these at the end of every podcast. We're going to discuss our decisions and hopefully make you laugh with them. All right. Let's move on from this one.
I guess I will tell you the one thing about this that he did not talk about.
What's that?
It actually tells you how many people are like-mindedly thinking to what you are.
Oh yeah,
well
yeah.
After you do it.
And at the end of it, it gives you the percentage of how many people think like you and how many do not. And it also lets you say if this is a good dilemma or a bad dilemma. Okay, the first one that we have today is, will you press the button if you can live in any universe you want, but you cannot interact with anything in it?
See, on this one, I would not.
You would not?
Yeah.
What's your reason behind it?
I don't want to just not do anything.
Well, it's like living in that universe, but being in limbo and not being able to interact with anyone or anything.
It's like being in purgatory.
Yeah, purgatory, and I could see that. And
I don't want to never be.
Yeah, it's like you're trapped in a constant glass box, and you can't touch anything. Like you can go to the Zelda universe, but you can't touch anything. Then what's the point?
Look, we can't touch.
It's like a strip club. Like the mouse is here. Oh wait, they burned down.
Burn down.
Burn, baby, burn. I didn't even go there anyway.
I'd never went either.
Yeah, I went to one called Pure Platinum. It was a nice one, really nice.
Nikki's Cabaret, I think, was one of the ones I went
to. Okay. Now, as you can see here, it says 23 people did press the button, whereas 77 did not. So we were on the majority side.
We were.
Yeah. And would you say that was a good dilemma or a bad dilemma?
It's a very thoughtful dilemma, so it's a good dilemma.
Yes, okay. Okay, the next one up is live to be 160 and do absolutely anything you want for the next 80 years, no limitations. But you must accept all of the consequences and suffer for the rest of your life. Wow. That's dark.
I'm not into suffering.
No, I'm not either.
But I'm into doing what I want.
I do what I want.
I do what I want.
Exactly.
I pretty much kind of do what I want.
Well, no limitations. Here's the thing. It depends on the content of the person. What would you do over the next 80 years? Would you sit around and read comic books? Or would you do anything?
I think I would do what we're doing.
You do what we're doing?
Yeah.
No limitations?
No limitations to what we're doing. I mean, I would do a lot more podcasting. I would do a lot more things, like public speaking, maybe.
Oh. The life inside of a person who's guaranteed to live to be 160?
Yeah. I would do stuff like I would do more, more concerts in.
You'll see 3 centuries.
Yeah.
How many people can say that they've done that?
Moses.
Damn. This one old woman, she was born in like 1895, and she lived to be 112. She died in 2007. Read about that. That was pretty interesting. Would you press the button or wouldn't you? It depends on, like I said, accept all the consequences and suffer for the rest of your life. Based upon the lives we live and that we want to live, would you press the button?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. We press the button, and it says here, it's a pretty split. 46 people did press the button, whereas 54 did not, so we were on the odd end of that. But by a small margin, by 4%. That was one that required a lot of good thought. That required a lot of thought. I mean, you really have to think about you. I mean, if you think of like all the bad things that you can do and the consequences that come with it, then no, I wouldn't press the button.
I love the first comment on this. If you're not a douchebag, it's a good deal.
The one right below that, like I would do anything bad.
I'm waiting for this one to say 0 given.
I'd say that was a good dilemma, though. That was a good one. Okay. All right. You permanently lose your eyesight. You live forever and have eternal youth. Oh, my gosh.
I don't want to be young.
Ooh.
I want to see.
You want to see?
You'd
rather see
than be young.
I would too. I'd rather see. I will not press the button. This no way,
This is probably going to be a
Jose.
heavy landslide.
Look at that, 75 to 25, 3-1 odds. People did not press the button. And the upside is number 1, racist murder cult. Heck of a name there, killer. I'll have to probably edit that out because that's his personal one. That's his personal handle on here. Wow. Oh wait, no, they actually have a login on here. So okay, it doesn't matter.
Login register comments. Yeah.
Okay. That was a a good dilemma. Would you say it was a good one or a bad one?
I think that was a little too easy, but that's all right. We didn't click it now.
I'm sorry. I don't have much control. I don't have my mouse with me. I lost the insert on the side of it, so I can't.
We were just talking about that. Like me and Shannon bought new ones, and we were both like so afraid that we were going to lose those things.
Yeah, I lost mine, and I'm so mad about that. It blows my mind. But anyway, okay. You have X-ray vision in one of your eyes. The other eye will be blind. So you pretty much turn into Nick Fury.
Wait, is the one that has X-ray blind?
No. You have.
So you only see out of one, but it has X-ray vision too?
No, it has X-ray vision. You see, you're blind in one eye, but the other eye has X-ray vision.
So there's no normal sight at all going on?
No. You have X-ray vision. You can turn it on and off like Superman.
It doesn't necessarily say that.
That's true. It's not as detailed. So, okay, but circumstantial. Okay, circumstantial. If it was like Superman and you could turn it on and off, would you or wouldn't you?
I'd do okay with one eye for that.
You'd lose one eye to.
If you turn it off and turn it on.
Yeah.
But if it's always going the whole time you're doing, how would you know what you're actually seeing?
That's true. It would be kind of bad. Okay. All right. So would you press the button for that circumstance?
For that circumstance, I would push the button.
Okay. So we pressed the button on that, and 54 did not, and 46 did. Wow. I already am blind in one eye, so I could handle this. Yep. Okay.
Eye patches look badass.
So you pretty much, like I said, you pretty much turned into Nick Fury with X-ray vision. Yes, I'd take that. But if I could have Samuel L. Jackson's voice, yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
So that gives you an eye patch and a monocle. Sweet.
Would you say that was a good dilemma?
Yes, good dilemma there.
Okay.